Okay, so let's dig deeper into the concept of consent. Okay, so pertinent to this topic is our provision under Article 1319. Okay, it says under this provision that when we talk about consent, it is manifested daw by the meeting of the offer and the acceptance upon the thing and the costs which are to constitute the contract. So take note that of course in a meeting of the minds, okay, there is an offer on the other side and there is acceptance on the other side. And if these two already meet, okay, there is meeting of the minds. Okay? So but to further elaborate that, okay, um the offer and the acceptance must meet upon the object and upon the cause. Okay? Why? Because the essential requisites of a contract, generally speaking, is consent, object, and cause. So the consent, okay, must be related, directly related to the object and the cause of the contract. Okay? Further, the offer daw must be certain, hindi malabo, di ba? It must be um, clear, okay? And on the other hand, the acceptance must be absolute, okay? Because if the acceptance is so-called qualified acceptance, it's not going to meet the offer, okay? Because under the law, a qualified acceptance will constitute as a counter offer. Okay, we'll explain that later on, okay? But ang sinasabi lang naman yan is dapat kung may offer, kung gusto mong i-accept mo siya ng buong buo. Okay? Second sentence of the provision. Acceptance made by letter or telegram does not bind the offerer except from the time the acceptance came to the knowledge of the one who gave the offer. Okay? So later on, we will connect that to the so-called cognition theory. Okay? The contract, in this case, is presumed out to have been entered in the place where the offer was made. Okay? So let's get into this one by one. So take note that meeting of the minds is always required, right? Without it, a contract or the obligation arising from it is wala. It's invalid, okay? And needless to say, if it's invalid already, it's unenforceable. Also, common sense daw would say that for meeting of the minds to be present, there must be consent. And parties in a contract must consent to the object as well as to the cause. Ito yung first sentence kanina ng Article 1319 natin. Okay? Further, under our law, there is consent when a certain offer is absolutely accepted. If the acceptance is qualified, like for example, in the case of a bargaining or a counter offer as to the thing or cause, there will be no consent. Okay? The second paragraph of the provision further provides that for an offer being accepted through remote or distant communication, kunyari, through email, through um, through mail, 'di ba? Syempre nagkakaroon ng gap. Like for example, I sent an email offering to sell my property. Then you replied yes, you replied your acceptance, but then it took me 1 day, 2 days before I read your message. So, kailan magkakaroon ng meeting of the minds? Is it upon the time you have sent your reply? Or is it upon the time I have read your reply? So, when we talk about that, okay, according now to our legal framework, a meeting of the minds or acceptance occurs when the acceptance is what? Brought to the knowledge of the offeror. Meaning to say, hindi siya na perfect at nagkaroon lang ng meeting of the minds noong nabasa ko yung reply mo. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na cognition theory, which asserts that acceptance is effective upon the offerer's knowledge. Okay. In addition to Article 1319, okay, nowadays, okay, we are not confined anymore kasi to Telegram, and yung Telegram ha, hindi yung Telegram na application, okay? We are not confined to letters, sending mails anymore, okay? Because at present, communications are now made through electronic mail or even through informal conversations in, kunwari, WhatsApp or Telegram, social media, ganyan, okay? Luckily, our law recognizes the use of electronic contracts and messages. Under the so-called Electronic Commerce Act, okay, an offer daw or the acceptance of an offer and other elements in a contract, okay, if it's made through electronic data or electronic documents, they are now recognized to be valid, okay, under the Electronic Commerce Act. Further daw, Section 22 of the Electronic Commerce Act provides that the time daw of receipt of an electronic data or message or electronic document is as follows. So, ang sinasabi dito, kailan considered receipt yung isang electronic data or electronic document? Sabi sa batas, sabi sa Electronic Commerce Act, receipt occurs at the time when the electronic data message or electronic documents enters the designated information system or if the electronic document is retrieved by the addressee. So, under the Electronic Commerce Act, receipt is only present when it entered the system or pwede din when it was retrieved or has been received or read by the person who will receive it or the addressee. But take note, okay, that ang sinasabi naman ni Article 19 is kung kailan nagkakaroon ng meeting of the minds. Anong sabi ng Civil Code sa Article 1319? Nagkakaroon ng meeting of the minds kapag nalaman na ni offeror yung acceptance ni offeree. Okay? Which is definitely not the same with Section 22 of the Electronic Commerce Act. Kasi sa Section 22, ang sinasabi niya lang, kailan siya deemed received. Okay? Pwede naman kasing na-receive mo na, pero hindi mo pa nabasa. Like for example, nasa inbox ko na, pero hindi ko pa siya nabasa. So hanggang nasa inbox ko pa siya, meron na bang meeting of the minds? General rule, we will apply the civil code pa rin. So the only time that acceptance is considered to be or should I say, the only time that there will be meeting of the minds is when the acceptance came to the knowledge of the offeror. So kahit 2 days na siya sa inbox ko, under the Electronic Commerce Act, it is considered as received. But, okay, when we talk about perfection of the contract, received lang siya, pero it has not yet came into the knowledge of the one who is giving the offer. So therefore, kahit received na siya, okay, may chance pa rin na wala pang perfected contract. Okay? Because the main provision that determines whether or not there is a perfected contract is not Electronic Commerce Act. Kasi 'di ba ang Electronic Commerce Act ni-recognize niya lang yung validity ng mga electronic data, electronic messages, at define niya lang kung kailan nagkakaroon ng receipt of electronic data and electronic messages. But at the end of the day, perfection pa rin ang masusunod. So, kailan nagkakaroon ng perfection? Is it upon the time the electronic data or message has been received? Or is it upon the knowledge of the offeror? So, the answer to that is that it is still upon the knowledge of the offeror under Article 1319. Okay? The only thing that would change the narrative is when it was stipulated by the parties that once received, considered perfected ang contract. Pero kung walang ganong stipulation, receipt is totally different from the knowledge on the part of the offeror. Okay? Magkakaroon lang ng difference if there is a stipulation that once received, perfected na ang contract. Pero kapag walang ganun na stipulation, Okay? Pwedeng received na pero hindi pa rin perfected ang contract. Okay? So I have here the difference between these two. Okay? Although that has been what I have just discussed. Okay? The difference of Article 1319 and Section 16 and 22 of the E-Commerce Act. Okay? So, ang idadagdag ko na lang dyan is yung idea ulit ng qualified acceptance, okay? Because qualified acceptance is an acceptance that adds to, varies, or conditions the offer's term. Under Article 1319, it is not a valid acceptance, but merely a counteroffer. So, there will be no meeting of the minds. Okay? Unless later on, the original offeror accepts the counteroffer. For example, A offered to purchase B's land amounting to 3M. A offers includes 50% down payment, balance 12 monthly installments. Sabi ni B, okay, hindi siya nag-yes agad. Okay? Sinabi niya, okay lang ba, masyado matagal yung 12 months, okay lang ba na 6 months? So from that moment, is there already a meeting of the minds? Wala pa. Okay? Because what the other party did is just to give a qualified acceptance, which is merely considered as a counter offer. Hence, there is no consent and meeting of the minds yet. The only time there will be consent is when the other party accepts the counter offer. Okay? Pertinent to this idea or to this provision is the case of Young Scholars Academy versus Erlinda Magalong. Okay, GR 264452, a 2024 case. Okay, you can read the full text of the case, but you also have here. I have provided here on our materials the digest of this case. Okay, but if you will be reading the whole case, okay, ito ang sinasabi niya. Sabi dyan, a contract of sale is perfected only upon the absolute and unqualified meeting of the minds of the parties as to the object and the price. Any qualified acceptance or unresolved material terms like the manner of payment, okay, pag may ganon, there's no mutual consent and there's no perfection of a contract. Also, mere negotiations, counter-offers, or uncommunicated acceptances do not give rise to a binding contract of sale. Okay? If you're curious, or I would suggest you should read this case as well. Okay? Okay. So you can see here the petitioner arguments, the arguments also of the respondent, what happened to the case, and what is the ruling of the court. Okay? But then again, as previously mentioned, there will be no perfected contract if there is no meeting of the minds, if the offer and acceptance did not meet. Okay? So that is Article 1319.